Hello, dear Leos. I welcome you, and today we will be doing your tarot reading for March. So, the way I do my readings are basically I'm having 4 different tarot decks, and I will be using them one by one, as well as I have one oracle deck, and that we will use as a advice, as an insight for March from the universe itself for all the beautiful Leos. So let's begin, and I will use a rider deck to begin with. I will list all the decks that I'm using in description in case you are interested. So let's see how March begins for Leos. What kind of energy will be present? How will you be feeling? Okay, let's see. 2 of Cups. Okay, 2 of Cups reversed. So in the beginning of March, there are 2 options. One, it can be related to you and another person, or it can be internal processes within yourself. So if we talk about other person, then there can be some kind of miscommunication, or you may not just feel supported the way you want to be, or you maybe will not be glorified the way you prefer to be. You see, there is also Leo in here, and so maybe you will not feel as much understanding, attention, support, love, affection from the other person towards you, and then this can cause miscommunication, arguments, feeling as if you are detached from this person. It can be a person in your love relationship, as well as your family member, your friend, whoever it is that you're working with, and someone who is important to you. And also this card can relate to any kind of partnership outside of your close relationship. For example, partnership in your business, or partnership in some kind of project. Maybe you and a team of your colleagues, and you will not you won't be able to find understanding, basically having that connection. It will not be there, that connection. Or with your partnership, if you are looking for the partnership, or if you're having like a business partner or something like that already, then maybe again some kind of arguments, misunderstandings with that person will be present. If we're talking about internal processes, then maybe in the beginning of March you may feel as if you are split into 2, as if you are not whole. So you may not feel yourself as a whole, complete being. You may feel like part of you is a good one, part of you is the bad one, and they both kind of will counterpart each other, and you will not feel at peace, and lack of balance kind of feeling within yourself. Or your feminine and your masculine energies may not kind of come in terms, so you may use all your logic and willpower, and you may forget that connection to the intuition and the emotion, or you will be too emotional, too illogical, and you will forget about the action or about logic and structure. So this kind of splits within yourself. But let's see, this is just the beginning of month. Let's see what's next. Six of Swords, moving away from something, maybe, or someone. Maybe this too will be related to just some kind of argument, and Leo doesn't like that. So maybe you will decide to remove yourself from that relationship, or some kind of situation or environment that doesn't make you feel happy, doesn't make you feel understood, and doesn't make you feel comfortable. Basically doesn't make you feel comfortable, because this is like moving from the dramatic not quiet, very like thunder-like in situations, tense situations, environment, relationships, and moving to the stable, more balanced, more quiet environment. And you may already emotionally remove yourself from that place because the background is white, which means you are emotionally already detached. There is no emotion going on in that, but your thoughts are still kind of in there, and so now you're completely removing even your thoughts. You're not at all focusing there. You're deciding not to focus at all in that, on that place or on that person or not on that situation, because swords, they represent our ideas, our thoughts, our worries, a situation that will give you a lot of worries, a lot of negativity, a lot of drama, arguments. So that kind of situation, you're moving away from that, something that doesn't serve you any good anymore, and so you will successfully move on. It can be literally a physical travel, literally you will physically remove yourself from that place, or just energetic breaking that connection energetically and in your mind completely, just erasing that memory. Three of Wands, and so the new journey begins. Three of Wands. Wands, they represent our ambition. They represent things that we do every day in our life. They also mean desire, a passion. Wands is your card, by the way, because Wands is they are fire element, and the Leo is the fire zodiac, so this is your card. You will feel yourself in at your place, so to speak. And so this is a very busy card, Usually we have a lot of things to do, we have a full schedule, we are thinking, we're contemplating, we're planning, we're doing, we're going here, we're going there. This can be a literally, again, a physical journey. You may physically go somewhere, or you just will be very busy doing things, doing tasks. And you see how he is like kind of like looking forward, right? Looking forward. And these two cards, this card is like a gate card, because we have two wands in here as a gate, like a doorway, and this is the choice that you made. This is what you decide to focus on. This is what you decide to pursue. And so you hold it tightly and you look forward to the future. So it is, about further planning, and not just planning, but actually making steps. Okay. You're not sitting very long in this situation. You're really moving pretty quickly. Something unpleasant happens. You very quickly decide to remove yourself from the situation and move forward from whatever that is. Which is great. Emperor, okay, reversed. First of all, it is major arcana. So major arcana cards, they show not just the event, but they also show internally what will be happening within yourself internally. What are you gonna go through? So major arcana shows some kind of like a evolution of a soul. And so here, when Emperor reversed, now there are two options. One, this is you. Two, this is another person. If this is another person, then this person positions himself or herself, doesn't matter what gender. Most typically it's a man figure, but sometimes we have women who are very strong and enthusiastic and stubborn and leaders, so can be a woman, of course, but more traditionally it's a man. So this figure positions himself as a leader, as someone who is kind of like a core of some kind of community, whether it is your boss, whether it's someone in a team that you're working in or you're working with, whether it is your family member, maybe it is your grandpa or it is your father, or it is, I don't know, someone else who has authority in a family. And so there may be something happening with this person. It's either this person will pressure you, you will feel pressured, you will feel like this person is pushing you, this person is too strict, too authoritarian towards you, and this will create a conflict because you are also, Leo is a fire sign, and this is a fire card. Again, this card is linked to Aries, by the way, Aries zodiac. Or something will happen with this person, something not very pleasant, not so good will happen to this person, and this will affect you because you are connected to this person in your everyday life. So that will bring you some kind of not good news, let's say this way. If it is you, then you will become that pushing person. You will be the one who will keep pushing. Maybe these two are connected. Once you begin, because you're very stubborn, right, Leo? So maybe once you begin this path, once you begin doing things, you will start to push people around you. You will start to push events to happen more quickly around you. This person really is asking a lot from people around, you know, so you may be pushing that trigger point a bit too far, you know, and then this can lead again to arguments within you and people around you. So basically, if you are a leader, if you're a boss to someone, please be careful with this, because people under your leadership, they may feel very uncomfortable and they can even drop off, you know, so be careful with that. Or maybe you will just be very impatient and you will want to faster, quicker, and it is not happening because some things, they follow the rules of life. You can't do anything, you can't push it no matter how much you try. So this is the kind of energy. In case this is you, let's see. Wheel of Fortune reversed, again major arcana. I think this will be you probably, because remember I just said that sometimes events have to go with the way of life, with the so-called divine timing, no matter how much you want to push it. Because when this Wheel of Fortune reversed, there are again few options. Option number one, you may be pushing it, you may have that feeling of desire and passion, but surroundings are not supportive, you know, and so it will kind of eat you up from the inside. And the reason why surroundings are not ready yet, simply because you don't have enough preparation, or maybe especially with these two cards, you may not have enough preparation, enough knowledge, enough skills, enough resources. Because when this card is in reverse, that's one of the meanings. You are not ready yet. You need to add on more knowledge. You need to add on more preparation, more foundation, and then the wheel will start moving. Or this card can also mean resistance to change, because this is change. You know, one cycle of life ends and the new begins, and especially with the Three of Wands, where the new cycle can begin in your life. And so you may be resistant to that change, because maybe it's not moving as fast as you want it to be, it's not moving the way you want it to be, you know, because life has its own order, and so you may not agree with that order. Do you know what I mean? This is the meaning. And of course, very, let's say, basic meaning of this card is that there may be not enough, the opportunity may not be there just yet. The opportunity may not be there just yet, because this card also can mean some kind of luck from the heavens, you know, luck that is given from the universe, and so you get that luck and now you can act. So the absence of that synchronicity, the absence of this fortune, let's say this way, lack of opportunity, or the absence of opportunity. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, but however, slowly you will progress. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in all the tarot. We have 4 different knights. And so Pentacles is the slowest, but the most steady one and the most secure one. So, you know, you move slowly. The progress in the beginning, middle of March will be very slow, but it will be like concrete. You know, once you achieve it, you achieve it. It's not gonna go anywhere. So that is a positive side of it. This can be you, this can be other people. If this is other person, then this person will assist you, and this person may be really good in finances, really good in managing money, really good in the area of expertise. Whether it is related to your work or your project or your house reconstruction, because Pentacles can mean property, real estate, or it is your any financial situation like accountant. This person can be having this kind of occupation, and this person is very logical, very rational, very grounded, very calm, you know, like if you would imagine Virgo zodiac or Taurus zodiac, that's them, you know, very detailed, very planners. They are planners, they are very structured, and so they may help you to move things, to start to get things moving. Or it is just a progression, because knights, they move forward, right? It's a progression in relation, a progress moving forward in relation with your finances, work, career, project. Slow but surely. Slowly but surely. Okay, interesting. Let's see next. After this progression, 3 of Cups reversed. Now, 3 of Cups reversed, there can be also a few options. One, sometimes this card can show that you have achieved some kind of milestone, and it is a reason to celebrate. It's a very small step, very small achievement, but yeah, yet it is something. But you may not be satisfied. It will be not up to your standard, let's say this way. So be very careful with that, Leo. Be grateful. Learn gratitude. And so you may feel yourself like you're not fully satisfied with the situation. Yes, it's good news, you know, yes, it seems like things are moving, but it's not the way I want it to be. It's not the way I expect it to be. And so you may feel that little bitterness in there. Yeah, that is all. That is all. I told you that there are several meanings, but I think this one is the most like general one, the most correct one, depending on the cards that you also have here. Let me think if I can think of any. Oh yes, there can be some disagreements with friendship, you know, because cups, they mean relationship with people, and especially 3 of Cups, you see, 3 means communication. So unsuccessful communication with people, or disagreements with people, or not understanding each other, you and someone else. The difference between these two is that this one is like a group of people, probably. It's a group of people. And there's some kind of, whether these are friends or your colleagues or other, you know, members of your team, you may not find a common agreement, common solution, and that can kind of a little distant all of you from each other. But I am more certain about the outcome when you are not 100% satisfied, although you have achieved something. Maybe other people will celebrate, but you will be like, oh yeah, that's nice, yeah, but something. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Look at this. In this case, if we have Nine of Cups in here, then Three of Cups. Maybe as a misunderstanding. Well, let's see. There are literally millions of Leos in this world, and on my experience, everyone will experience this card in their own way. Nine of Cups is actually when you're completely satisfied. Nine of Cups is when you are, this really reminds me of Leo, this card, when you're like, look at me, this is what I did, this is what I can, this is what I achieved, because this genie is kind of like looking at all his achievements and everything that he has got, earned, achieved, and he's just like proud of himself. Look at him, he's just proud of himself. And so you may kind of like expose yourself to people and say, hey, look at me, I can do this, I can do that, I got this, I achieved this, I did that. You may publicly talk to people and they will be like, wow, amazing. You can publicly talk about yourself, about your skills, about your background, because this is kind of like a background that this genie got. And so you will become this genie who is kind of talking about himself or herself, how good you are, or how good you are in your particular skills, or how good you are in, or just like telling about yourself to other people. This can be a card of social influencer, or just person who is always on internet, connecting with other people, things like this. Or you just may enjoy. It's also a card of just good spending time with pleasure, when you will just meet beautiful people, have meetings with your friends, go here, go there with your friends, with your family, with everyone who you've been working with on this project or whatever that is, and just have a good leisure time. Okay, let's see next. Okay, we are already very close. This is basically the middle of March. That's we're observing at this moment. Okay, and then Leos. Hermit, interesting. Now Hermit and Nine of Cups, it's like kind of like absolutely two different cards. I think you will just celebrate something. You will just be happy about yourself. And at the same time, later on, the Hermit is major arcana. So you may want to start asking yourself questions like where am I going with all this? I achieved all this. It's like my God, what do you call it? Hold on, I forgot the word in English. Reflection. If it's like reflecting, sorry, that took a bit while. Reflection. So it's like you're reflecting on the first half of the month, or maybe even earlier than that, and you start asking questions like, where am I going with this? What's my purpose in this? Why am I driven to do this? Why? Who am I in all this? What's my what is life? What is the meaning of my life? Where am I going? So all these philosophical questions are usually asked when we are talking about the Hermit. Searching for the authentic self, trying to understand what is the most perfect, or not perfect, but what is the meaning of life for you. What is this? And so you may be asking these questions, and you may want to even distance yourself a little bit. Maybe on the outer appearance you will be still sociable, but within yourself at least you will definitely feel that quietness and just desire to kind of go within, listen within, be a little bit like isolate yourself. Maybe you will go on some kind of retreat, maybe you will start any spiritual practices, maybe you will try to meet you will search for any mentor or teacher who can guide you, who can help you on this way. Maybe you will become this teacher, because maybe you will begin studying especially some kind of esoteric sciences or spiritual sciences, so like trying to understand yourself. Or maybe you will just decide to gain this knowledge that you're lacking of. King of Swords reversed. King of Swords reversed. Now this can be you, or this can be other person in your life. Now this character, King of Swords reversed, it is someone who is unsure, who is very undecisive, who can't make a decision, or just kind of like trying to stay in between. This person is trying not to make any decision, and so it's just like hanging in between. A person whose thoughts are very chaotic, or ideas are very chaotic, not knowing the exact direction, not having the clear vision. Someone who can be a little bit aggressive, someone who can be very straightforward to the point where it can hurt the other person. This can be someone who is what do I want to say? It's right there, right on my mouth. What do I want to say? Someone who, hold on, it just flew away from me once I opened my mouth. Someone who can like disregard or like cut ideas, suggestions, advices, just like no, I don't need that, without even looking at it. So this can be you with these qualities, but I think this will be another person, except for the situation where you start to ask these philosophical questions, and then some kind of thoughts are coming to you, understandings are coming to you, but you don't know which one is the truth, which one is the right one, and then you can have these chaotic thoughts. Or it is a different person, and this person with this kind of qualities will just bother you, will disturb you, will basically, affect your nervous system. Let's say this way. And here we have Six of Wands. Six of Wands reversed. Now, when this card is in reverse, I call it the false optimism. So what it means is basically people can be happy for you. Maybe there will be some kind of achievement that you will reach, or you will do something for people, because you see, she did something for all the community, and now they are thanking her, and now they are happy for her. Or she's also a leader, so maybe you will accomplish something or do something for the purpose of the good of all, because wands, remember, they represent things that we do, our plans, our actions, our ambitions, our goals, our responsibilities, and so we may fulfill those responsibilities or do something for the good of the people, whether these are our family or just colleagues or community that we have, but we will sacrifice something for it. So that's why it's a false optimism. We may step on our own desires to make this happen, and so then you may feel little again bitterness in this victory, because people will be happy for you, people will say thank you to you, people will be grateful that you did it, or they will be just glorifying you in a way, but you will have that fake smile for whatever reason. Okay, very interesting. Eight of Swords. And so Eight of Swords, it is when we feel like we feel caged, when we believe something that is not true, and that false, that those words that were said to us and we believed in them, are now caging us, pulling us down. Maybe someone will say something to you, and you will believe that yes, you're not enough, yes, you're not capable, whatever that is. Maybe you will, receive a comment that will discourage you, whatever that is, because words, again, they can mean also words that people say, or this can be documents. Maybe you will not receive yet approvements, documents, I don't know, like a green light, something that will give you a green light to go forward, to act, to move. You may not receive it yet, and then you will feel like, oh my god, why is it so long, I'm not getting it. You feel trapped, you feel caged, you feel like there is no way out. But actually, like in a more deeper meaning, this card means that this cage is an illusion. You believed in that. You decided not to see the truth. You decided to just blindly believe whatever society says, whatever the circumstances are telling you. It is not the truth the way it is. There is actually a way, because she can use these swords that pains her. She can use them to cut her hands, to cut the ropes on her hands, to cut the blindfold, and she can fly away. She can just stand up, get out, and fly away. So it's just an illusion in your mind that makes you feel like there is no way out, there is no option, there is no decision. Okay, very interesting. What is it that will put you in that position? Why suddenly Leos will decide like there is no light? Death. Oh, okay, so something has to get something has to be removed from your life. Something has to kind of disappear from your life, and you are rejecting that. Something, you probably, this is something that you don't even realize that it has to go. You trying to clinch to it, you're trying to hold to it, when it is actually time to go, because this card is death, and it's not physical death. It's just a death of something that is old in your life, but you keep being with those people, staying in those relationships, staying in those environment, agreeing to these terms. There is nothing else you can learn from that situation. Actually, there's nothing good for you in there anymore, and so the universe comes and says, hey, time to cut that connection, because it's time for you to move on to the next step. But you're still, your ego, you're just get used to it, and so you keep clinging to it, and it's time to let it go. And you may feel resistance to change, resistance to let that go, whether it is a relationship, environment, whatever that is, or it's your own habits, your own attitudes, your own mindset and beliefs. It's time to let go and become a new, fresh person, but you're still something stopping you. You're resisting for whatever the reason is. Okay, let's see. We're already at the end of the March. Let's see how it's gonna turn out at the end. Okay, Leos. Ace of Swords reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. Now, this is a very interesting card. It always a little bit confuses me, because there are just so many possibilities. Now, aces are basically opportunity and beginnings. When it is something that is being given to you, it's, when the right circumstances, the right environment, and so now you have the chance. And the swords, like I said, they represent our thoughts, our ideas, our plans. And so there may be confusion in terms of plans, or you may not be able to build plans just yet because it's very uncertain. You may have a creative block. Especially with these two cards. because they will just make your mind so busy and so heavy, especially with your resistance to the change, that you will not see the opportunity, you will not notice maybe the path. But this path is there, the door is there, the decision, the answer is there, but you're not able to see it because you're occupied by all those worries. So the advice here is to look around yourself. The answer is there. You just have to look closely. Or it is just kind of like shady, yeah, I said it, kind of like shady mindset, shady thoughts, heavy thoughts, just feeling heavy, and so you're not able to come up with new idea, you're not able to come up with new decision, you're not able to have a clear vision about where you're going, what do you want to do now, where to start now, what to start now. Okay, we will see. Let's get this one. Oh, chariot. Wow, chariot. This is such a dramatic change, I have to say, with all this Ace of Swords and Death and the Eight of Swords. This is a dramatic change because chariot again is a major arcana. Now this can literally mean physical travel, like you're literally physically going somewhere, and this travel will be like a beginning of your journey, beginning for you of a new cycle of life. Or it is just, you know, it's like you're just stand up and you say, enough, it's enough, I'm ready to go, I want to let that all behind and I'm ready to go forward. And so you may feel in yourself as if it's like a spark of enthusiasm, spark of passion, spark of confidence suddenly arising, and so you start moving forward, you start going, you start doing things. It's a progression, it's a card of progression, and it's a card of personal growth, you as an individual. Wow, the chariot, suddenly, out of nowhere, literally. Okay, we have 2 more cards to take for March. What else? After the chariot, what else after the chariot? Princess, Pash, yes. Princess of Wands. Okay, after all this period of stagnation, suddenly you're moving forward, suddenly something triggers you and you progress, looking forward confidently, surely, believing in yourself. And of course, when we have that, you know, now we can act. Of course, we can act a little bit all over the place. So there can be a chance that you may kind of like put your effort into many things at once, and so you will be like everywhere but nowhere. So you will do this and that and this and that, you will focus on many things, you will put your energy into several things at once. And of course, don't expect 100% results, because you're not focusing on one thing 100%, you're spreading your energy all over the place. And also here can be, you know, like a crazy ambition, crazy passion, when you're just like going in the fire with all your head, you know, you're just jumping into the fire right away, without plan, without logic, without thinking first, without strategy first. And so you may have this like just a fire within yourself, and of course that will create a little bit of chaos, definitely. So be careful with that, be careful with this Page of Wands. The Lord, again, the same emperor. Okay, dear Leos, this is a karmic lesson here. The same, the Lord and the Emperor. Again reversed, so I already talked about this card, how it can play out. It's you or another person with this kind of qualities, and here is absolutely the same meaning. So I'm not gonna go all over with this. These three cards really play together well. Be careful with your energy, be careful with your passion. It has to be contained, because when there's too much fire, it can burn everything around. So be careful with that. Contain your excitement, contain your energy, and direct it. Have a plan and direct it in one area. Hold on. Oh, we actually finished already, but because I wanted to take one card more, so let me take one more card here. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Of course, you will get exhausted because you're carrying too much on your back. You're carrying too much responsibility, too much things that you need to do, or these are all your ambitions that you have, and you just can't handle them all at once. And so it's either you will decide to delegate by the end of March, or you will be just physically exhausted and you will give up many of them, and maybe you will decide to focus on one thing, or maybe you will just decide to take a break, to just rest. That is the end of February. No, the end of March, sorry. So let me see the overall card for the March. What is it in general you will be doing in this month? So I'm gonna take all your major arcana cards. You have several of them. Hold on. Okay, so these are all your major arcanas, and I'm gonna sum them together. So it's gonna take a little bit of time. Please bear with me because I don't wanna mess it up. Okay, we have two emperors. That is 4 plus 4. That is 8. 8 plus 4. That is 12, which is 3. 3 plus 9. That is 12, which is 3. 3 plus 7, that is 10. 10 plus 10, that is 20. So it's 20 or 2. Now 20 is the Judgment and 2 is the High Empress. Okay, let me find these cards. High Priestess and Judgment, number 20. So these two cards, they reflect what you will be doing in March. What is it? What does the whole spread mean, basically? The High Priestess and the Judgment. 20 and 2. So 20, that is when you let go of old self. So in this, and I think this will be related especially to letting go of your desire to control, your self-centeredness, your, I want things to be my way, I want to push it forward. I think this is the thing that you will be working on especially. And this period of a little bit of darkness, that's where you will have that realization that this is a toxic trait probably. And so you will let go of the old self, of the old relationship, of the old life, of the old work, and you will, you see, it's like kind of like you will arise again, you will be restored again, you will try to become new again, a new self that is free of ego, that is free of this toxic traits, that is free of all that old beliefs and all the patterns, and you will answer a higher calling, a higher kind of purpose. That's why you have Hermit. That's why you have this card of Hermit. That's where you will ask all these questions. And then the High Priestess basically asks you to listen to your intuition. You may be emotional. There may be some old patterns coming up, old beliefs coming up, old things that weight you down within yourself. They will start to surface, and so they ask you to look at these things, work with them and release them so that you can move forward. Listen to your intuition, listen to your inner self, into your inner being. Okay, this is the overall energy, and let me take one card as an advice, as a insight, as a message from the universe for Leos for March. Okay, Leo March, with all this. stand tall and strong. This is the message. Stand tall and strong. I'm gonna read you the message. Today I choose to remain positive. I face all of my challenges with strength and courage. I will not be denied or turned away. I do not allow myself to be carried away by negative thoughts. I stand tall and strong and live each moment in joy and peace, living my future in God's or universe's hands. I believe in life because life believes in me. This is your message, dear Leos. Beautiful, beautiful message. Trust in the future, answer that calling within yourself, listen to yourself, trust your intuition. Don't be so pushy, don't be so stubborn, don't be so controlling. So that is all, that is the whole reading. I thank you so much, dear Leos. Let me know any thoughts. I would absolutely appreciate anything, like or comment, whatever that is you want to give as your thank you, or even nothing. It's totally fine. So I thank you so much. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful month. I wish you a lot of successful self-work in March, and I see you in my next video.